this is by far the most voted item on the entire list. Basically, almost every single woman I have asked and voted in my poll said this item. And that is... They say dress to impress, but who do you think you're going to impress with your t-shirt and skinny jeans?
We don't sell skinny jeans at this location.
Men dress like crap nowadays, but you don't have to. These are the 9 items that women are simply begging you to wear. And I'm not just making this list up. I conducted a poll on Instagram in which only women voted. By the way, I'm going to tell you a quick story right now in which I was wearing the first item from this list. You know, a few months ago I was at a restaurant in my city when a woman simply walked up to me from the street and she told me how attractive I am. And on that day I was wearing the first item from this list, which was a navy double-breasted blazer. A double-breasted blazer like the one I'm wearing right now, and this is actually the blazer I was wearing on that day, makes you more masculine. It enhances your features and makes your torso look more well-defined and bigger. It's not something that every man can pull off, but if you go to a store and try it out and it looks good on you, I would highly recommend that you wear a double-breasted jacket.
I pull these off! I pull these off!
And why a blazer? Why not simply a suit? Well, the blazer makes you look more of like a sea captain. It gives you that nautical look. And it also gives you that Ivy League look. A very attractive look. And you can pair it with white, cream, maybe even grey pants, depending on the weather outside. Going on to number 2, this is by far the most voted item on the entire list. Basically, almost every single woman I have asked and voted in my poll said this item. And that is a shirt. Women don't want you to wear t-shirts. They look boyish, they look childish. Instead, wear a button-down shirt. And if you want to wear it even more attractively, roll down your sleeves and open 1 to 2 buttons. Not more than that, unless maybe if you're in Italy, that's fine. If you're in Italy, open 3 buttons. As for the color of this shirt, most women said white. A white shirt is the most attractive shirt you can wear. But black is also an amazing option, especially for night events. If you're going to a club, if you're going on a late night date, wear a black shirt, again, with the sleeves rolled up, and you're going to look amazing. And another great option, especially for the summer, and something that was extremely highly voted, was a linen shirt. And speaking of linen, that brings us to the 3rd item, which are linen pants. When it comes to pants, there's 3 things we can focus on.
What sartorial tips would you give the young men of today?
First, we have the high-waisted or low-waisted argument. High-waisted pants are a lot more attractive, but I can understand if you don't want to go fully high-waisted. Instead, go for mid-waist. Mid-rise, as it's called. Now, this is a far more attractive and sartorially traditional option. Then it comes to whether you're gonna wear belts or side adjusters. This really doesn't matter. I would recommend you to have both options in your wardrobe, both belt loops and side adjusters. But all in all, this decision comes to you and you alone. Your pants should also be creased. Creased pants are a lot more mature than simple chinos. I'm not saying you shouldn't have chinos at all, but have at least a couple of creased pants, dress pants. And the 3rd thing you should look out for is the fit. Fit, as in all items on this list, is king. You don't want your pants to be too baggy, you don't want them to be too skinny. Those 2 options are on opposite ends and they're both horrible. You also don't want your pants to be extremely long. They should end just right above your shoes. Number 4 on this list, it's a watch. Every man should have a watch. And here I don't mean a smartwatch. Smartwatches are for kids and for the gym. That's it. And you know, it's really a piece that you should invest in. Do not just buy a $50 watch, no. Instead, save up some salaries, save up some money, and invest in something that will last you a long time and that you can see it's qualitative. My personal preference when it comes to watches is Tissot. It's a Swiss company that makes absolutely amazing watches, not really on the Omega type of level, but I would say it's not very far from that, at incredible prices. I mean, most watches I wear on a day-to-day basis are at around the 300-400 euro range, which is very affordable for most people and something I would personally recommend. And when you do get a watch, a high quality watch, do not wear it all the time. This is another mistake a lot of men make. No, a watch should never be worn 2 days in a row. So go for at least 2 to 3 watches in your collection, that should be enough, and switch between them regularly.
How are you not writing this down?
Also, when it comes to watches, other accessories are just as attractive. A signet ring, maybe a necklace, some cufflinks, a tie bar, it doesn't matter. Women love accessories. Number 5 on this list is a dark color suit, and I especially mean dark colored. You can go for a light color suit as well, that's fine, but it's not going to be nearly as attractive because a dark color suit gives you that mysterious, more James Bond type persona that women simply are very into. And your first suit especially should be either navy or dark gray, never black. But what's extremely important with suits is the fit. Fit, once again, is king. Rather than wearing an ill-fitting suit, don't wear a suit at all. That's literally the better options. If you're not wearing a suit that fits you well, do not wear a suit. You look awful. Awful. Number 6 on our list are turtlenecks, and I don't know why. I literally don't know why women love this so much, but women love turtlenecks. You can pair turtlenecks with either jackets, for example, you can wear a suit with your turtleneck, that's completely fine, or with coats. So pants, jeans maybe, with a turtleneck and a long coat. That's totally fine. An outfit that works amazingly for winter times. I don't know what it is. I don't know why women like turtlenecks so much, but they do. Number 7 are loafers. Now we're moving on to footwear. There are a few variations you can go for. Specifically for loafers, you have tassel loafers, penny loafers, bit loafers. But that's not as important. What I'm talking about is more of the color. You can go for brown leather, black leather, maybe even blue leather. That's totally up to you. You can also go for leather or suede. Those are the main 2 options. And for winter times or autumn, early spring, a great alternative for loafers are the Chelsea boots. Seriously, women love this. Wear loafers in the summer and Chelsea boots in the winter. Dress shoes and sneakers are somewhere in the middle, I guess, but those 2 are extremely attractive. Now, this list obviously would not be complete without fragrances. And I personally love the Tuscan Leather by Tom Ford. Now, this is a perfume I've been using for over a year now, and I cannot recommend it enough. But for summer times, I love Neroli Portofino, also by Tom Ford. If you're in the market for a very qualitative perfume and you have some money to spend, I would definitely look at those 2 options. And when it comes to fragrances, what you need to keep in mind is that just like with watches, it's not enough to have 1. Have 2, maybe even 3 that you switch between. Because some fragrances, like the Neroli Portofino, are great for summer and for daytime occasions, while other fragrances, like the Tuscan Leather, offer a more mysterious vibe that's better for winter times and for late night events. And you know, this is a very trial and error thing. I recommend you to go to your local Sephora or other shop or other similar shop and just try out multiple fragrances until you find one that fits your personality and your tastes. And how you wear a fragrance is basically right after you shower, apply 1 puff here and 1 puff here. I like to apply 2 puffs on this side, don't ask me why. That's enough. If it's a quality fragrance, it will last you the entire day, or at least half the day. And coming to the 9th and final item on this list, we have confidence. It's extremely important to have confidence because this is what women will see first of all. It doesn't matter if you have any of the items on this list if you're not confident, because a confident man wearing his PJs will be loads more attractive than a shy, insecure man wearing the best Brioni or Tom Ford suit.
That's so hot, I have to keep the shades up just to get a little circulation.
And confidence is really intrinsic. It's something that comes from loving yourself and from knowing you are capable. But it is something that you can fake. And this is how I became confident. It was at first by faking it. But in the long run, it's better to develop intrinsic confidence. And how do you do that? Well, that's by developing amazing skills. Professional skills, social skills, all of those. And if you want to learn what the most attractive skills that you can develop, I have a video for that right over here, which